Welcome to our travel agency. I'm V. How can I help you? Mm-hmm. That's great. Okay. Yeah, we're very famous for Northern Europe trips. We have won several prizes for those destinations. People always tell us that our trips are unforgettable. Okay, so you heard about us from a friend? That's great. Can you tell me their name? Okay, yeah, I remember them. They participated in our tour of Norway, and they were really funny. I was in that tour, and I can remember them. They were a great part of the group. I have a wonderful memory of them. Do you already have a destination in your mind for your trip? Okay, so you want to go to Iceland. That's great. I love Iceland. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. You won't regret it, I promise. Okay, and I personally love Iceland. I've been there like 10 times, and I'm also wearing an Icelandic sweater today. I bought this in the main street in Reykjavik, and this is made by hand by the Hand Knitting Association of Iceland, and it's so warm. It's made of Icelandic wool. I simply love it. In their language, they call it, you will forgive me if my pronunciation won't be the best, but Icelandic names can be tough. They call it Lopapeisa, and it's wonderful. But let's get back to you. Will you travel alone, or you will be with someone else? Okay, traveling alone, that's fine. I've been to Iceland alone more than once, and you will never feel alone. People are so friendly, and usually people that decide to travel to Iceland, I don't know why, but generally they're very nice. So you will definitely find someone to have a chat. You will never feel alone, I promise. Okay, do you have an idea of how many days you want to spend there? We have several packages. We have our longest one, which is 15 days, and our shorter one that is 4 days. Okay, so you want the 4 days. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Iceland it's bigger than it may seem on a map. So you won't be able to see it all. You will have to choose. When we consider our 15 days package, usually there is a group of jeep, and they do the whole ring road. There is a road that goes all around the island called Ring Road, and you will be able to experience all the different landscapes of the island. In 4 days, that of course isn't possible, but you will be able to have an idea of the country, and then maybe in the future you can come back and visit it more specifically by choosing what to see, or by doing the entire ring road. Is it okay for you? Great. So first question, in which period would you like to live? Okay, that's a very good period. Usually we have a very high season, which is summer. That's high because it's of course warm, and can see whales and puffins. The puffin is a little bird. It's a very cute bird and it's their symbol. You can see it actually on this pen. This is a wooden pen I put there. And they're super cute. They make eggs and they're able to dive in water. They're incredibly cute. And there is usually the possibility to take a cruise to try see whales and puffins. Of course, summer is way more expensive, while during the winter months you have the possibility to see the northern lights. But of course, it's more difficult to see whales and puffins. But you told me that you wanted to go in October, and personally, don't tell anyone, but October it's a great month because there are still some whales around. Of course, if you decide to stay in the Reykjavik zone, you won't see the big blue whale, but you will see a smaller whale that is called minke whale, or sometimes stinky whale, because they have a very bad breath, and when they're approaching you will smell their breath. And you have the possibility to see the northern lights, and it's a bit cheaper. So October it's great. So I'll now tell you about our 4 days package. Okay, so first of all, we will organize your flight from your city to Reykjavik, to Keflavik, which is the closest airport to Reykjavik, and then from there you will take a bus that will bring you to Reykjavik. Reykjavik is actually very small, so usually most of our accommodation are at a very small walk from the bus stop, and honestly it's very difficult that you will have to take a transportation in Reykjavik, because it's actually a very small town. It's called the city, really small, and there aren't even many people, so you won't have many problems. On the first day you will have the opportunity to see Reykjavik. As you know, Iceland is very popular for people that love Instagram, and you'll be able to see the main streets. You're able to see the main streets. On this day you won't have a guide, because actually you won't need it. You will do shopping, you can check out their wonderful wooden items. You won't have a guide. You will just walk around, do some shopping, and I personally recommend to have the local cuisine because it's really good. And once an Icelandic person told me that as Iceland is so expensive, restaurants have to be good, because otherwise people wouldn't go there. This is the principal road that is famous for its rainbow. It has rainbow painted, and of course you'll have the opportunity also to see Allsgrímkirkja, which is the biggest church in Reykjavik. It's really beautiful, you can see it here. And before 5 p.m. you have the opportunity to go on the top and have a wonderful view of the entire city. Okay, you can see it here also. There is a rainbow, and honestly I've never seen as many rainbow as in Iceland, because it rains quite often. But you don't have to worry, because in Iceland maybe it will rain for 5 minutes and then you will see the best sun in your life, and then it will snow. The weather is crazy. So I suggest you to buy some very warm clothes, but more than anything hydro repellent. Really, you will need them. Then if you want, we will suggest you some very good places to have dinner. My personal favorite offers some plates that are from the Icelandic tradition. They are a bit extreme, but I promise that you won't regret trying them. This is a very typical plate, as you can see. This has fermented shark that tastes a bit like. Have you ever tried Italian prosciutto? That one gone bad. It's not that terrible though. Once you get to taste it, it has a something. Then we have plokkerfisk on this bread that is actually kind of sweet. And plokkerfisk is a stew of fish and potatoes, very very good. This is smoked salmon, and this is dried cod. This one I personally don't like. It tastes like cardboard, but who knows, maybe you will like it. And then we have here lamb on rye bread with butter. This is actually, you will never say, but it's the most nope nope things for me, but Icelandic people love it, and so maybe you will. And I also suggest you to try rye bread ice cream. It's insane. It's chocolatey, it's decadent. Go and try it. They serve it with rhubarb syrup on top, and it's delicious. So after this first day, I'll give you a choice. So the first option you have is to take a minivan that we will provide for you and go to the Golden Circle. The Golden Circle is a series of attractions located in the same area. You will be able to see the geyser that erupts every few minutes, and it reaches actually some pretty impressive heights. The Carrot Crater, which is actually, as you can see it, these are the actual colors. It's very very beautiful. You will be able to walk all around it, and then if you want, there is a small route that will lead you to the water. And then the places where we bring you are actually personally approved by me, and I actually love eating, so you're in good hands. We will bring you to Selfoss. Selfoss is a very beautiful and impressive waterfall. You can actually see how big it is, and it has a peculiarity. If you look in the water stream, after a while you will feel like you're falling, so be careful, but it's breathtaking. And then at the end of the day, we will bring you to the Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon is a thermal place where water is actually naturally blue from silica. You will have a bracelet, an electronic bracelet, that will give you the opportunity to have a drink. You will be able to choose between wines or healthy smoothies. I suggest you to give a try of the healthy smoothies. They're delicious, and they're made with Skyr. That it's their typical cheese yogurt, and it's incredibly good. And as you can see, it's very beautiful. You will be able to take a shower after. I highly suggest you to bring a bathing suit, but if you forget it or anything, it's possible to rent it there. Don't worry about bringing towels because they are fully on the house, and it's a very relaxing experience to end the day. If you actually don't like this, there is another option. As I told you before, in October there is still the opportunity to see whales and to see the northern lights. So you will spend another day in Reykjavik. You will visit the city, you can visit the museums that are in Reykjavik. Of course, there isn't much in the sense of art museums, but there is a wonderful Northern Lights Museum or whale museum, and that we will be able to access for free. And first, you will do a whale tour on a ship like this one. And if you're lucky, you will be able to see dolphins or the minke whale, as I told you before, our little stinky minke. And we will give you life jackets, and of course we will have some personal photographers on board that will make photographs for you, and they also photograph professionally with long with professional cameras, so that you can enjoy the experience without having to worry about catching the glimpse of a whale. Of course, you will have a marine biologist on board that will tell you everything about the fauna in the Reykjavik harbor. It's actually a bay. Then we will bring you to a very famous restaurant to taste the langoustine soup. It's actually very similar. It's actually the love child of lobster and shrimps. It's very good, very buttery, and we will bring you in the place that makes the best langoustine soup. And usually it is accompanied by bread and butter, and it's an absolute favorite for tourists but also for locals. You will meet a lot of locals in the place where we will bring you. And then at night, at basically 9 p.m, we will give you an appointment and we will go hunting for the northern lights. We will explain you how to catch the best photographs. We will have the professional photographers there to take pictures of you and the northern lights, and of course we will provide hot chocolate and a lot of snacks because it's actually really cold, so we suggest to wear very warm clothes, technic and thermal underwear because it can get cold. If I have to be fully honest with you, and you won't be able to see the northern lights, but we offer the possibility, if you don't see them that night, to go the day after. Okay, great. On the last day we have no choice. You will go to the Jökulsárlón. The Jökulsárlón is a glacier. You can see it here. Very often there are seals in the area, and you will take a cruise in the glacier. You will be able to see all the icebergs that are detaching from the glacier. It's wonderful. It's a long trip, so we'll have to leave at 7 in the morning, but I promise it's totally worth. And don't be afraid if the weather is not good. It's actually better because all the iceberg will look blue, of a very light blue. Otherwise you will see a bit of the dirtiness that normally is on a glacier. After this you will stop to Vik, which is a small village, and you will see Reynsfjara, which I'm not sure how to pronounce, but it's the famous black sand beach, and you will be able to take pictures. I just have to tell you that of course you can take the sand with you. We have to tell that a lot, and I highly suggest you to not getting too close to the ocean, because Icelandic ocean is freezing and after 5 minutes in falling in it you die. So maybe be careful. We will remember it of course when we get there, but be careful. And in Vik we will stop in a place that makes a great lamb soup. You have to know that in Iceland there are more lambs than people, and this one is absolutely delicious. There are carrots, potatoes, and a lot of spices. It's so good. They also serve it with butter and bread, and I highly recommend it. But if you prefer, you can also have fish and chips. And I have to tell you, fish and chips in Iceland is better than in Britain. I know I shouldn't tell it, but it's insane. I personally don't like fish, but I had like a lot of fish and chips in Iceland. And after this stop at Vik, we will go to Skogafoss. Skogafoss is an incredible waterfall. You can see it here. Probably we will be able to get there at night, but don't worry because there is a wonderful system of lights. So you will be able to see it in purple, blue. It's magic. It's pure magic. I have to be honest, it's more beautiful at night than it is during the day, and during the day it is pretty beautiful. There is another picture here, and you have the possibility to walk behind it, passage behind the waterfall, and you can walk there. It's great. I have to say that all of our tours are designed for everyone, so you will walk like 8,000 steps per day. There will be frequent stops to use the toilet. There will be frequent stops to have snacks, so you have nothing to worry about. And there will be a lot of option to get water for free, because as you know, in Iceland water is always free. So which one of the options did you prefer? Okay, so you prefer the Blue Lagoon, Golden Circle, Geyser, Salfos and Carrot. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Of course, whale watching and northern lights are great, but I get that they're a bit uncertain and you have few days. Okay. Yeah, of course, on the fourth day, you will have breakfast at your hotel, and then you will get the bus back to the airport. Okay. Okay, so you want to book? That's great news. Can I get your name and surname? And I'll need a credit card number. Okay. Okay, that's just for our safety. Can I also get your email address? So later I will email you the whole program of the trip. Okay? This one that has the northern lights and all these trees. Then we have this one that has the glacier and the northern lights. We have this one with the northern lights and a very calm and relaxing landscape. And then we have another one with the glacier, but this one doesn't have the northern lights. Which one do you prefer? This one? That's great. So this is for you. I'll get back to you in a few days with all the informations. About when you have to start paying, if you want to pay in installments or not, all the information about your flights, the timetable of your flights, if you prefer to have an upgrade or to fly in economy. So we will get in touch. Don't worry, I'll follow you in every single step in planning your wonderful trip to Iceland. It was a pleasure for me to be your assistant today, and I wish you a pleasant night.